Revive, episode 8.
Wow. All right, guys, welcome back to Revive. This is episode 8. We're so glad you're tuning in. Thank you so much, wherever you're watching from. Welcome back to Revive. We've been off for 2 weeks, and we have definitely missed you guys. What's happening, guys? What's up?
Why were we off for 2 weeks?
We were off for 2 weeks because of personal...
The pandemic?
Pandemic. The pandemic was not personal. But there were some things that were happening.
Okay.
Someone in my family celebrated a birthday, and
That was no reason to.
that was more
wasn't even on a
important
Monday.
than that was more important than kingdom work for that person in the
No,
family.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you know who that was? No. Okay.
I am not saying anything.
Anything.
Let's concentrate on how your intro was pathetic.
Yeah. Are you trying a career in rapping?
No.
You're not. Okay.
Because you told me to do that. I did not. That's it.
So that we can have more views,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Anyway, this guy is a certified beatboxer, right?
Kind of, yes.
Yeah.
At a level.
At what level is it? How many levels are there in beatboxing?
Is there a certification in beatboxing?
No, there's
You
no
would never get it
certification.
though. You would never get it. Like never.
But there's just like
Why is it called
intermediate-
beatboxing?
Because you do it with your mouth and you're making beats
With
by
your mouth.
hitting different parts in your mouth.
Oh wow! Yeah, that sounds
That's the
violent.
background,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, how many levels are there?
Not too many levels. It's just
Okay.
intermediate or a pro.
Where
That's
you're
it.
at pro?
No, I can call myself above
We would
average.
call you a pro though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Also, we have another guest with us, first time on the show, and we are welcoming to this show Hyderabad's up and coming artist, right? Artist,
Painter. Artist.
indie artist, painter.
No,
Is that-
somebody called it.
I think I called it painter, but that's not what you call them. You
No,
don't
you
call
call
them
them an artist.
Yeah, call them an artist.
Yeah.
Please introduce yourself. I was about to say Zoe, but that's not your name.
That's the name of my page.
of your
Yeah.
page. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I'm Grace, not Zoe.
yeah.
And I'm an artist.
But your company is Zoe.
Yeah.
Okay.
My company is Zoe, and I
Tell us
sell.
what Zoe means.
Yeah.
Zoe means life.
Life.
And the tagline for it is bringing to life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you
That's what-
copy paste that from Google or?
No,
No.
I copy pasted it from my spirit.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
You beatbox
She
on
on a
that.
roll.
That's what it's all about.
It's more like
Awesome. Good to have you here. What's been happening in your life? How is the art scene in Hyderabad? Pathetic.
Not pathetic, but has a lot of potential.
Potential, yes.
Yes, it has a lot of potential.
Pathetic to potential. Yeah. So
Yeah.
and you, give us your website so people can visit.
It's www.zoegrace.in.
Okay, zoegrace.in. And
Yeah.
do you sell online?
Yes, the store is live right now. You can go after the show, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But also on Instagram and Facebook.
Okay, and so do you do portraits of people?
No, I'm an abstract artist.
You're what is so? Oh, I do that too. That's super
yeah,
easy.
yeah. I know
his rap,
exactly
like his
what the
rap.
abstract of you is.
Tell me.
Hanu.
That's Isaac. Isaac. Yeah.
Isaac.
So abstract is like a bunch of colors and you bring
No,
meaning
so
out of it.
if
You bring
you-
life to that.
No, every abstract painting has a meaning behind it.
Oh wow.
So it takes, someone who is meaningful to
Oh,
understand
wow.
what the painting
Wow,
means.
wow. That's
Yeah.
deep. That's
Yeah.
deep. Okay, so and what's the minimum? Like, how much is the minimum? Like, so that people, there's probably people that want to
How
buy.
much is the minimum?
Yeah, for
The
like to
pri-
buy your
Well,
work.
I would like to say you can never place value
Oh,
with money
my
on a piece
goodness.
of art.
Yeah.
No, what I want to ask you is,
Yeah.
if, since your abstract is Hanu,
Yeah.
what's the meaning? I'm trying to understand.
It's chaos. It's life. It's madness.
Oh man.
It's dumbness.
Can you put a value on
I
this
can't.
one?
Yeah, that's why I'm giving it away for free. There's no value to it. Anyway, all right. So good to have you on here. Now tell us
Thank
about
you.
what's happening in your life. You turned a year older.
I turned
You're
a year
old.
older, yes. I just celebrated my birthday 2
Yeah.
weeks ago.
And I heard like there was an
Oh, there
event
was
company.
this event company that did my birthday.
Yes.
Gosh, all these
Man,
years. of my
I've
life.
heard about
Oh
this
my
event
goodness.
company.
Wow.
It's like
So-
the the
Up and
trending
coming, yeah. They have a lot of
event company.
potential.
Yeah, potential.
It's
Yeah.
it blew me away.
So what did they do? Like they did balloons and.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
These balloons were out of the world. They even had "Happy Birthday" written
On
on, the
the
balloon.
balloon.
It's like Happy
Give me the
Birthday,
beat, man. Yeah.
Nowhere in the market.
I could never forget it was my birthday on that day because it just had "Happy Birthday"
Everywhere,
Yeah.
like anywhere.
And this event planner made sure that the "Happy Birthday" was popping out, so the color of the balloon was black, the font was white.
Man,
Wow.
I would love to hire them because
Hands
black
down.
is my color. I would
Oh my
love have to
gosh,
hire
yeah. I
them.
can't put a value on this event company.
Absolutely.
They brought my birthday
What
to
was your
life.
favorite part about your birthday? The balloon?
The balloon. No, the cake. The cake. I had a cake at midnight.
Yeah.
Which my it's not the event company. It's my beloved brother.
Okay.
Who went
Oh,
and
wow.
got this cake. This cake was filled with goodness.
Yeah.
All kinds of different fruit.
Yeah. Because I wanted you to be
Yum.
healthy.
Healthy, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I wanted to start off the year
Yeah,
healthy. Yeah, it was
So,
amazing.
so it was
12
good. So,
bucks. It was amazing.
so that's what's been happening in your
Yes.
life. Yeah. All right, guys, talk to us. What's happening? Super Sam.
Me. Well, I've been busy.
I've heard you've had some wisdom sessions that are going on in your
oh,
life.
wow.
Can
Yeah,
you introduce
really.
us to who this is?
No.
Well, this person is also an event manager company.
Wow, so many
Yeah.
companies being
Man,
introduced.
so
on
many hats this guy
Oh,
wears
yeah.
or
The
girl
only
wears.
difference is this man usually suggests people who are very high and are different gender, but this time it was pretty.
Wow. I want to know who he is
So
or she
you were
is.
honored enough to be
Yeah, I was
chosen.
honored.
An
I was
honor. It's an
extremely
honor.
honored.
Awesome.
Those were like, I can't say pebbles. Maybe
Yeah.
the best word that I can use here was like a rock.
Yeah.
Boulders of.
Yeah, I think it's like someone coming and hitting you with a rock on your
yeah.
head.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was good wisdom.
Excellent. Good. So, what's happening?
Me, nothing interesting that
interesting, okay.
happened this week. I'm thinking of getting braces actually. Like
Why?
after the last video, I feel like my
Very interesting.
If you need braces,
Yeah.
I need reconstruction. Okay.
I don't know. I just felt like
Keep
I
it
needed
natural,
them.
man. God
Yeah.
didn't invent braces. He invented your teeth.
He did not invent it like this. It became like I had to get it into shape.
What did you do to get it out of shape?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Don't
it
answer
happened.
that. Beatboxing.
Yeah,
No,
will it affect your
no,
beatboxing?
No, beatboxing it doesn't affect anything in your mouth. It's just
No, if you get braces, will it affect your?
yeah,
it
you
might.
can't beatbox. I think there's some things that you
Do you want to
can't
sacrifice that now for your teeth?
for a year. Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
It's
Okay.
fine, yeah.
All right.
Also, after you get your braces off, you can beatbox.
Yes. So you need, yeah, because there's a lot of places that your tongue touches when you beatbox.
Wow,
Yeah.
this is
You'll-
details.
Yeah,
I don't know. You might cut
This
yourself.
is so abstract right now for me. I don't want it to come to life. Okay, keep it there. And finally, you have. See, I'm already messing up work because the haircut is just
Wow.
bringing you
Looking
out
better.
like
Yeah, man.
you just. It's like you've appeared from the forest.
to life.
Like Mowgli just
Yeah.
came out.
Yeah, it's been shedding season for me.
Yeah. Ooh, wow. In what way? Spiritually, materially, physically.
Just
Just
hair
shed
things.
it all.
Yeah,
Hashtag shed it all.
Yep.
What's interesting? Anything interesting?
that's it. I had a good haircut. I'm
That-
actually happy for
that-
once with my hair.
Oh,
and
you
my-
are?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Have you been getting some compliments or
Yeah, and I mean, I walked in and then Danny said I had a very good haircut. That
that's it.
settled it. for me.
You've arrived in life.
That's it.
You have arrived in life. All right, guys. Well, enough of the banter, but we're going to go straight into what we want to continue from the last time we were here, which was we're talking about dreams, and we've had some people reach out to us that have talked to us about their dreams. But if you've not written to us yet, please go ahead and email us, or we'll keep it anonymous, or text us. Let us know how we can help you on this journey of how we can help you discover or discover your dream. But today, we want to continue this conversation. We want to talk about how a dream is connected to your vision book, or what they call a vision book. So I'm going to have my sister
just
talk
gonna-
about that. Just go into
We're
it.
going
Yeah.
into it. Yeah.
So
Okay.
talk us through that, and then I'll share something that was a a product of that, and then we'll see what
You have a
others
vision book?
on my phone, which is not. Yeah.
It's not a vision book.
Okay. So it's not a vision book.
No. Well, I think the most important thing to remember is that there is a lot of power in pictures.
Wow.
Because when you can, I know our pastor talks about imagination a lot. You've preached on imagination before, but once, people say, every time a person says, I have a dream, if they have a picture that they can attach to this statement that they make, it just makes life so much more easier to think about, okay, where am I going to be in the next 5 years? Where am I going to be in the next 10 years? Instead of just saying things up in the air,
Yeah.
if you have pictures, and most importantly, with the pictures, versus to go with the pictures,
Yeah.
it makes it so much more easier in the journey. I shouldn't probably say easier, because the journey is never easy, but it makes it, it makes it more clear, and it makes it,
So let's go.
it makes it more hopeful.
Okay, let's take this step by step. So you have a dream.
I have a dream.
How do you convert that into your
Vision book.
vision book?
Okay, so
And how does that work? And
I'll
take
go
us through
personal. I'll go
take
personal.
us
So-
through the process.
when I was in 2010-ish, I think, is when I started to get really serious about wanting to lead worship. Like I shared a couple of episodes ago. So that was like my initial dream, to become a worship leader. So instead of just, waiting for a weekend to be inspired by the praise and worship at church, I went ahead and started printing out pictures of people that I actually looked up to, that I listened to, that, that I would worship with. So I had different pictures of auditoriums, I had pictures of artists, I had pictures of my CD cover of whatever I wanted to release, and I just had pictures of. So it was like this one picture had, I think somebody else shared this too, but this picture had like an auditorium filled with people lifting their hands and worshiping. And then it was not me, but like all I could see was that stadium. So every time I prayed, I would have my vision book in front of me and I would just flip through the pages and I would just speak in the spirit. And it was not like, it was like I was engaging my imagination. So every time I closed my eyes, all I could see was thousands of people lifting up their hands and worshiping God, and God using me to lead worship. So many, many years later, I could say that in one of the conferences, when I opened my eyes, it was almost like literally almost the same picture that I had in my book. So, but throughout the journey, every time I got discouraged, every time I felt like my dream's not happening or things are not working out the way it should, I would go back to the book and I would encourage myself and say, okay, I'm not there yet, but I'm going to get there. And it's not just pictures, but verses to go with the picture. Because, verses like, I know the plans I have for you, that we have in Jeremiah, or, that God planned each and every day of your life before you were even born. So scriptures like that really encourage you, help you keep you on track. And then when you have discouragement hitting you from different sides, or when you have temptation hitting you from different sides, this is what keeps you grounded and says, hey, this is what you're working towards. Don't lose focus. This is your focus. This is your focus point. So more than a vision book, I would actually encourage people to have a vision wall.
That's what I was about to say. Is it okay to have a vision wall? Yeah,
because a book is something you probably look at like twice or thrice a day. But if it's a wall or like a bathroom mirror or something.
And it's okay to have both.
It's okay to have both.
I think you should have both.
I think you should. But, and even like, I did, make fun of you, but even on your phone, like if you have it like a screensaver, every time you open, the phone is something you look at a million times a day. But I think that's
short term, because on the phone you can't have everything.
Right. Like one thing that can remind you or take you back. But having a vision wall, I would encourage this for anyone and everyone. Like even 60-year-old people should do this.
Exactly.
But
do you?
Yeah.
About
this, there was one of my friend who came up to me and she was like, so I hear a vision book and it's all good, but how do I do it? Like, to take it to the very simple, plain, basic. It's just, it's not like a fancy, oh my gosh, looks like a marble print, there's gold on it. It's just a classmate notebook, probably. It can be a classmate notebook. And just the first page of it is the vision that you have for yourself. It's like the picture that you have. Maybe it's hard for you to get a picture, but I would say a newspaper, magazine, calendar, or the internet, actually. The internet is the easiest. And you print it out, you cut it into your whatever size you want it to be, and stick it and just give it a title. That's it. I mean, if you're like zero creativity, even this is
so
possible.
this was me. I was the kid in class that would never write notes because my handwriting would be bad, so I would wait for the class to get over, take somebody's book, because like I had to be a perfectionist. It had to be neat. So when I'm studying, I had to like.
That irritates me about.
But this was so making a vision book initially was so hard for me because I didn't want it to just look like blah, Every time I opened this book, I needed it to inspire me. So for people like her, it's like, it happens naturally. But then there are people who, I've seen vision books that look like dirt, but if it inspires you,
that's it.
That's enough.
So
exactly.
do you have a vision book?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I have a vision board.
Okay, yeah.
There.
I have a vision board. I mean, it's not as big as life size because I share my room. And I have another person that I have to ask permission for. But it's a vision board, and it's quite, it's quite in a place where I see it a lot. So, and it's the same thing. It's just paper printouts with pin on it. It's just as simple as that. It's that. Having a vision board is more important than it looking good. Okay, that's good. That's what I think.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, if you make it look good, better, but nothing wrong with that. Start us off with the guys here. It feels like such a boys versus girls thing, but Yeah, we should have just mixed it up. Anyway, do you have talk to us about that?
Well,
Does this make sense to you? And how does that vision? How does a vision play into your dream and the vision? Like, how do they correlate?
Well, definitely makes sense.
Yeah.
Visual aid always helps.
Yeah, visual aid. You said that's a new word I'm hearing for the first time.
No, visual aid.
Oh, visual aid. I
Yeah.
thought you said visual aid.
No.
I'm like, what is he even saying? Yeah.
So that always helps you because you know, people think that we can actually imagine it in a way that we want to, but only when we see it and have it completely sold out into our hearts.
Yeah.
I think that's where it plays. That's where a vision book plays.
Yeah.
Personally, I've had a vision book,
Okay.
but I never worked on it.
Yeah.
There's still, I actually remember there's still stuff on it, black and white pictures, like you said.
Yeah.
Dirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
So,
like
but-
real.
You're talking
but
about your
it's
book
there,
now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's there. Probably I have to go back and work
Yeah.
on it.
Not probably. I think you should.
I
start.
will.
Yeah. Sam, I know you're a guy who loves to plan life. So come on, drop the gold.
Actually, I have my vision book right here.
Okay.
Because I can't.
Do you wanna run and
I can
get
show
it?
Yeah.
Can someone bring
I
out
show
the
you?
book for him, please? Yeah. Okay. And
So when we think of a human being, he usually thinks in pictures more
Yes.
than words.
Yes.
Because when we see the story of Abraham, that God said, "You will be the father of many nations."
Yeah.
He said him to go out and look at the
up.
star.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a picture in his mind.
Yes.
That what painted something in his
Yes,
mind.
yes.
So I think a person remembers much of his life in pictures.
Yes. Yeah.
Because when you close your eyes, you don't see words. Okay, I had a child at this time.
Yeah.
You see the picture of
Do you have a child?
Oh, I have a dog, so that's what. When you close your eyes, you see. Okay, this is when my mom gave me something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of power that, as he said,
Pictures
visual aid have on your mind.
Yeah.
So I brought my vision book.
Awesome.
Maybe.
And
I
that
can-
looks pretty neat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks
So-
It's not
colorful.
dirt.
Yeah.
It's not dirt
definitely.
at
Oh
all.
wow. Yeah. Okay.
So
It's a lot of tape, washi
Yeah,
tape.
Wow. That's
I remember
We
my
see.
first inspiration.
Just show it to the camera
Yeah.
so that
So
they
this
can.
is it. So I would, as I said, I would want to be the world's greatest leader. So
Yeah.
he inspired me, Abe Lincoln.
Yes.
So what he basically did was he made sure that all his secretary members and all his parliament members were his opponents.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what inspired me. So I kept his picture here. And next thing is obviously Pastor Raj.
Wow.
So I just picked up pictures of Pastor Raj and wrote what I learned from him in my life.
Yeah.
And then
So this is a little bit more
Bit
than a
of
vision
just-
book. So you don't
Yeah.
have to do this
Yeah.
exactly like it. This guy's very meticulous in how he did it, but it can have
Yeah.
pictures. But I think you like to process it with words and
with
pictures.
words
Yeah.
because when you go back to your vision, when you see the vision in front of you, what is it that you get from it?
Yeah.
Do you learn something out of it that you can implement in your life? Because they say that sight is something that you see a thing,
Yeah.
but a vision is something that you can see happen.
Yeah.
With it.
I think it's called sight is a function of the eye.
Eye.
Vision is a function of the mind or
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
because you close your eyes and you can imagine, like, let's say if you close your eyes, this can just be your imaginary place. You
Yeah.
can just
Right. Yeah, I think I was sharing about this a few weeks ago. You can create anything,
Anything.
in your mind, and
yeah,
that's powerful.
exactly. I can give you a great example. We have a person in our church called Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Marley, we call
Yeah.
him Marley.
Yeah.
You know how his life was,
Yes.
but you took him under your guidance, and you saw potential in him.
Yeah.
And the other day he called me and told that I got admission in a degree college.
Yes.
He was a
So
three-time.
just to give you a
failure.
backstory, this guy dropped out of education. Completely. Was
Yeah.
Yeah.
was completely addicted to drugs.
Yes.
He was like literally going on the opposite direction
Yes.
in life.
Yeah. You sold a vision to him. The church sold a vision to him,
Right.
telling that you have something in your life.
Right.
So when you look at a person, you see something good in him. You
Yeah.
see the things that he can be in the future.
Yeah.
So that is what is vision.
Yeah.
You convert it into picture. You do it. That's it.
That's good. Okay, let's finish with you, and I'll bring this back to what we were talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I've never tried to make a vision book at all.
Okay.
So I mean, I've heard it. I've not seen anybody do it. Maybe that's why I haven't
today
tried
you've
it.
seen it.
Yes, today I've seen
Yeah,
it,
so
and
no more
I'm
excuses.
learning a lot from this conversation.
Yeah.
So I'm listening
Yeah.
very actively. So yes, so I think I haven't like made a vision book, but what I'm learning is because I think you get to a level where you make a vision book. Maybe there's you all have started. As you said, it's easy. As you have a picture in mind, you can put it in a book and you can do it. But for me, I think what was stopping me is I didn't know, like we have to believe that we can expect things from God firstly
Right.
in order to make a vision book.
Right.
So you need to know that God is good. Your dreams and your thoughts matter to God.
Yes.
And when you believe that in your heart, I think that's when you can put it in a vision book, because God is good and He cares about you. And when you have that, I'm getting there where
Right.
I can like know that God can do things for me, and with that I'm going to start something.
Excellent. What I wanted to kind of refocus on is that you're hearing a lot the word vision a lot, but you have to really understand that this vision is birthed from the dream that God's put in your life. So we've been talking about dreams for the last couple of weeks, but see, so let's say there is a dream you have about your life. Now making that dream practical, in a sense, with the help of God, not you going ahead of God and
Right.
putting this in a vision book and saying, I want it exactly like this.
I mean, we could even change and just call it a dream book.
Dream book. I
Yeah, you
think
don't
let's
even
call
have
it
to
a dream
have
book.
it.
Yeah. Call it a dream book, because this dream book, and please understand, a dream book is just it's like a tool that helps, that guys, you should not be disappointed if it doesn't happen exactly that way, because I'll tell you why. With God, it can be better than that.
Yeah.
So this is just like an outline, a framework for you to kind of look at and be inspired about, and to know that, okay, I'm in the right direction. Because I think, and this is me personally believing this, Joseph, the only thing that made Joseph stick to his calling the entire time, he constantly held that dream in front of him, always, because there was multiple times where the temptation was amazing in the sense, was like intense, and it was good, good in the sense the opportunity was great. Yet he could come, he could still come back to his true north and kind of go that way. I want to take this a step further. When I'm planning, okay, so I'm dreaming, I put it on into my dream book. I think we limit ourselves in terms of our dreams or what we put in. How big can we dream, and is it okay to put in, like, let's say, this is pretty bold. He wants to be the best leader in the world. Greatest leader in the world.
Get it right. It's been like the 8th episode he's been sharing it.
And you're my leader.
Because I always feel like I'm the greatest, so it's like I forget everything else. The greatest leader in the world. That's a very, very bold statement. Is it okay to go that way? Talk to us about. Being so bold and dreaming big. This year we've been talking a lot about dreaming big.
Yeah, I feel like as long as it is a God dream and you have the confidence that God is the person taking you there, I mean, the boldness just comes with that. Because if it's a self-made dream, at some point you're gonna feel like, I don't think I can do this on my own, so I'm just gonna not do anything. But when you know that you know that you know it's God. Doesn't matter who says what. Doesn't matter how bad your circumstances might look. All you know is that this is my dream. Because I feel like that's what happened with Joseph. Because he went from bad to worse in every single step of his life until bam, one day it just happened. And that bam, one day happened probably a lot of years later. It didn't happen the next day that he got the dream, but he had the confidence that it was God. And hence he was so bold to go and not just tell his siblings, but to also tell his father that, hey, Dad, you're gonna bow down to me one day. I mean, imagine his father's, if you went and said that to Dad, he would smack you. So for Joseph to go and say that, he had a lot of confidence, a lot of boldness, not in himself, but in the ability that God was going to take him there.
So, is it okay to start just pasting any pictures in my dream book because that's what I like to do, or do I wait for a dream from God before I start on my dream book?
You need to wait. You need to wait. Only because the Bible says that God will give you the desires of your heart only when you delight in Him.
Right. Wow.
So if you can't just go and take things out of context from the Bible and say, I'm just going to apply this. No, you have to, the whole thing has to be applied to your life. So you can't just say, God, you said you give me the desires of my heart, so I want this, no. Delight yourself first. Set your life right. If there's something wrong in your life, set it right first. And if you can go before God with, with nothing that is hindering you or stopping you from His presence, and then say, God, I'm delighting in you, so I want you to give me the desires of my heart. That's when the boldness comes. That's when God says, okay, this is what I'm going to do for you now.
So it's very important and so vital for you to, wait on that God dream.
Yes.
True.
Before you start out on your journey of your dream book or your vision book, whatever you want to call it, because it's not a random collection of pictures that you make a collage and you say, oh, I want to drive a Ferrari, I want to, own a 10-bedroom mansion. Nothing wrong with all of them. They're not just randomly selecting stuff.
It's basically not a bucket list.
Yeah, it's not a bucket list.
Yeah.
It's a dream
Yeah.
list. It's a dream
I mean,
book.
even if you look in the Bible, Joseph was 17 when he got the dream.
Yeah, and-
Abraham was old
Yeah,
when he got
Abraham
his dream.
was old.
Like
man.
old,
Yeah.
man. Like he was old. So if you're watching and you're like a grandparent, don't just think, oh, I'm at the end of my life. All I want to see is my grandkids getting married. No, like you have a dream. Like go ahead and pray and ask God what your purpose still is in this world.
Yeah.
Even when it comes about dreaming,
Yeah.
when you're surrounded by the right people, they
Yes.
say that they are your mirror in your life.
Yes.
They start speaking in your life by which you can decide, okay, maybe I'm good at this.
Yes.
Because a mirror can be deceptive, but if you look in the right mirror, you can reflect it back. Because you cannot see yourself. You cannot see yourself
Right,
physically.
right.
Same goes on in your dream too.
With dreaming. Yeah.
Yeah.
So surrounding yourself with the right people
Yes.
will help you to dream in the right way.
Because I surrounded myself with the right people. That's
Yeah.
how I came up with the statement. Okay, I have this potential.
Yeah.
Because I had a dream to become a pilot and
Yeah.
go and do things
Let's
which
not go
Yeah.
back there. But yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. I wanted to be a pilot too. We would have been on the same plane.
Yeah.
We already heard
for
this.
different
Can we
reasons.
like?
You would be for different reasons. I would
Yeah,
be for
different
different reasons.
But still would still be
Yeah.
pilot.
This
Anyway,
wouldn't be a God dream. Anyway.
that's why we're not in a.
Yeah.
We're not
But
in
also,
Exactly.
I have like a genuine question.
Yeah.
Is a vision book or a vision board or a vision wall only for the dream?
No.
Or can I put up stuff that I see myself? I mean, of course, being led by God, and even if it's not, I mean, if I'm a beginner and I don't know yet, if I see myself like, since I'm an artist, if I see myself having my paintings being exhibited in a gallery maybe out of India, so can I put that up as well?
I think. See, what we're trying to say is, when you're doing this, don't try to decide your destiny. What you're doing is you're dreaming, and that's good. I think that you're dreaming in ways that are. So I'll give you a very practical example. So I never had pictures, but I always had a wall, and so this was practical. I didn't have to wait on God for this.
Is this your birthday wall that we made for you?
No,
in
not
your
that
room?
one.
Because that happens.
We made like a really nice
It
vision
lasted
wall
for like a year
2
and a half.
years.
Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah.
Moon is white something.
Yeah.
Is it still there?
No, I
we had to
pulled
pull
it
it
all
out.
out.
Yeah.
I had on the wall. I wrote "lose 10 kilos."
Okay.
I put that on my vision wall.
Right.
I didn't have to wait on God for that.
Yeah.
So there are some things like that. So there is a fine line. So there's times if it's something that is like deciding your future and your destiny, wait on God.
Yeah.
But if it's some decisions that are gonna make your life better, that are gonna take you on the right, that are gonna take you towards God, take you towards your purpose in life, take you make you a better person.
Right.
Go ahead and make for me, I wouldn't even put them in the vision and dream. They're more like goals
Faith
for
projects.
me.
Yeah.
Like
That's
so
what-
goals,
yeah.
which are still
A part of the vision
part.
board.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just the top 5 things.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
can be
Any-
50,
yeah.
Multiple things.
but you have your top 5, but
Right.
all of this still is a part of your vision.
You're right.
Because these are the small steps that will lead you to your big dream.
Absolutely.
So I feel like it's more important for us to break down those, like even as Akka said, she had pictures of this big auditorium, but that's probably not the first thing that she went into.
Yeah.
She was.
Oh,
she
I
was
had pictures
imagining-
of me losing weight, me getting
Yeah.
a phone, me
Yeah.
getting a car.
Yeah.
There were several
and it was
pictures.
not like from nothing to leading to a 10,000
Right,
crowd.
right.
Yeah.
Because she did have 100 and then 1,000. So I think it's important for me personally to make it.
Break it
the
down for
goal
yourself.
should be reachable, so
Yes.
I can get to that point.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think because consistently winning in the small things
Yeah.
will give you confidence to win in the big
Right.
things. And I think
I was
that's
just gonna say, Pastor always encourages us to have faith projects.
right.
So
Right.
have like don't believe for a jet is
Yeah.
what he says. You
Yeah.
know, start with a motorcycle if
Yeah.
that's what you want.
Yeah.
Go ahead, put a picture of a motorcycle. Start believing. Once you get it and manifest it, is when
it
you
adds
get.
to that confidence.
It adds to the
Absolutely.
confidence in you believing God for
Right.
something.
Absolutely. So I'll share a personal testimony on this. All right. I think this was like 4 or 5 years ago, and I think you just shared on this whole vision thing, and I'm like, oh man, she's been talking about this for years, and I'm like, I don't know if it's even working for her, but let me try this because I really wanted this new iPhone that was coming.
Testimony? Oh my gosh! I'm encouraged. Okay.
So there was this new iPhone. I think at that time it was the iPhone 10 maybe that was coming out.
Okay.
I think it was the 10. Yeah, it was coming out, and I really wanted that phone, but it was like super expensive.
No, it was the 7.
Was it the 7?
The one that you got.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the 7.
Yeah,
right here.
Huh?
Right here.
No, not here. No,
Okay,
no,
then
not
Okay,
here.
it was an
That's-
iPhone.
It was an iPhone.
It was an iPhone. You don't have
You
to
know
get
this
the
too.
details.
You know
Okay.
this iPhone, all right? I wanted the iPhone. It's super expensive. I know I could have gone and asked my dad and or my parents, and we'd work out a way to make this happen. But I didn't want to do that, so I had. I don't know if I still have that folder, but I had a folder in my phone under photos that said faith or whatever, faith pictures, whatever, and I had that phone on there, and it was also my screensaver. So every time you know how the iPhone just pops up, I said thank you Lord for this. So it was constantly in front of my eyes, believing for that. So I started believing for the money for it. I didn't start to believe for the phone. I just started to believe for the money for it. So just thanking God. I think I did that for like 2 or 3 weeks, and and then at that time we traveled as a family to go speak because my parents were speaking at a conference somewhere. So went there after the conference. Usually pastors just exchange gifts to say
It was
thank you
still
for
the
coming.
7. But okay, go
Okay.
ahead.
Exchange gifts and just say, hey, thank you for coming, and they do that. So this place that we went to, they were super like, generous, and they just didn't give gifts to the pastors. They give gifts to the whole family. And so I'm thinking, and it was like in a like that Archie's greeting bag kind of a thing. So I'm
You
thinking,
thought it was a perfume.
yeah, I thought it was like a perfume or something. It was heavy, so I'm like, it'll probably be a perfume. So I took out I didn't open up the wrapper because it'll be like kind of not right. Just trying to kind of smell the thing like this and kind of because I was curious, right? So I go into the car and I open this thing up and it is the brand new iPhone. I was blown, and it was 256 gig. I was like, I couldn't believe it.
You have great faith because not only did you get it, we all got it. So,
Yeah, everybody in the family was
I'm gonna
blessed
give
with
you
an
my
iPhone.
faith project.
Yeah, no. So that's just a small, that built confidence.
Yeah.
That absolutely built confidence. And then I think, I'll tell you where I failed. Okay, once I was confident in that, I went for something that was like at least 7 times bigger than that.
jet?
No, I was going for a watch, which was like at least 7 or 8 times bigger than that. I think I should have done something in the middle.
Yeah.
And because I waited on that watch for a while, kind of gave up on the whole vision book thing. And
Don't do that,
yeah,
guys.
so I'm going to
It's important to take things step
yeah, so I'm also saying I failed, but I know I'm going to restart right after this show
Episode?
tonight.
Oh wow.
All right, and we're going to get back on this. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to share I know you're starting out anyway. Okay.
But I mean, I do have like an example. I didn't make anything. I didn't put pictures or anything, but we wanted a dog, so we didn't have a dog for a long time.
Gosh,
And-
speak to me.
Yes.
Speak to me.
Learn, people, learn. Listen, Margot. Okay. So what I'm saying is, so we wanted a dog,
Yeah.
and again, my mom encouraged me to believe for a dog.
Yeah.
However, so like they tell believe
When
for
we asked my
everything, but
parents, they
yes,
said we have 2 at home.
yeah, I mean,
Yes,
Hani gar gar ki.
okay.
Oh,
So what
man.
I'm saying is, so we wanted a dog, and we believed for like we all had the same picture in mind of what kind of a dog we wanted,
Yeah.
and then because like again we need money for a dog
Yeah,
to
yeah,
get a dog,
yeah.
so we waited for I think 6 or 7 months for
Yeah,
a dog.
yeah.
Like we were searching everywhere, we put out the word.
Yeah.
Nothing came back. There's
Yeah.
no person. So we decided to search ourselves,
Yeah.
and we got a dog ourselves. Okay, and this was not compared to what we
Yeah.
had in mind.
Yeah.
It was like 2 steps below what we wanted.
Okay.
And we were glad that we got a dog.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then we took the dog to the doctor for a vaccination.
Yeah.
And the doctor lifts its tail and this is not the dog you're looking for. I was like, what? This is not even the breed that you're looking
Yeah.
for. We were duped of the dog.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So what I learned is, after this, what we did, we took up the picture of the dog we wanted,
Yeah.
and we imagined that this is the dog we want.
Yeah.
We're not going to settle for anything
Yeah.
less. And then we prayed for it every day, and then it took a year after that.
Yeah.
And then someone who doesn't even live in this city,
Yeah.
who is breeding, lets us know that I have a puppy for you.
Yeah.
They gave it for free. We didn't even have to pay anything.
Wow.
And we got the exact dog that we wanted.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
I need a friend. I need a friend like this.
so I want to let you know of the journey here. See, when we had the desire for the dog, we should have left it to God for him to bring it to us. When we in turn tried to mess with the process of getting the dog, we ended up settling for less. We didn't even get what we wanted. We were not happy with what we had. And then when first of all, it was bad for the dog because it was roaming two homes. It didn't even know who were its owners. It was like, who should I call my parent? It felt so sad for the dog.
But is that what did you abandon that first?
No, we went. The owners were like, no, we won't take it. We were like, how can you not take it? you duped us. You have to take this dog. You can't leave it alone. So we forced it into their house and we left it there and we came back. So yeah, now we have an amazing dog.
Okay.
Yeah,
what's the dog's name?
His name is Gyro.
Gyro. Okay.
So Gyro is like a Japanese word which means second son. So it's like a.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Are you into anime as well?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay,
yes.
That's fine.
So he's much cuter than I expected.
Okay.
So yeah,
So
when God does what you're looking for,
Yeah.
and when you leave the process and the path of your dream to God, I think He will do it the best and He'll give you the highest possible. Because
So here's my question for you. You have a testimony with the dog.
Yes.
So you know a dream book works.
Yeah.
Are you going to start having a dream
I
book
should,
and a
yes,
dream
I'm
wall?
going to.
And
Yeah.
Because now you have confidence that God works. through this,
Yeah. So you need to take a step, I think, anyhow.
Yeah.
I did not make a picture or a picture book or anything as we did.
Yeah.
But I think you can start small.
Yeah.
Like I did not even consider that as a vision book I took a vision because now when we are speaking,
now
I
you
felt,
understand.
wow, I think I did something on these lines.
Use the principle.
Use the principle. Excellent.
Yeah, without
but-
knowing.
Awesome.
Based on what he said, the one thing that I think we need to make sure that we understand is that every time God gives a person a dream, how he gets you from point A to point B is not your job.
That's right.
You know, he's going to get you to point B.
Yeah.
He might go to Z before you get to B.
B, yeah.
You know, it's not going to be a straight line.
Yeah.
It's going to be all over the place. But like you said in the beginning, it's going to be better than what you expected
Absolutely.
it to be.
Absolutely.
Oh, if you can leave everything into his hands. If
Yeah.
you interfere,
Yes.
you know, you might just get duped. So
Yeah.
don't interfere.
You'll have to lift the tail. That was so graphic.
No, it was not the gender. It was
No,
to find out the
I know
beauty.
it's not the gender. It's just very
Clarifying.
Oh wow.
Okay, getting back.
Also,
Sam.
So I think when you put a vision wall or you put a vision book in front of you, you're activating few principles in your life that brings you things.
Yes.
Like the first thing that you do is, our pastor says that words are not just for communication, but they are for creation.
Yes.
So when you have a vision book or a vision board, you're imagining and you're speaking into your life.
Yes.
Right.
I remember the testimony that you shared once, Anna, about a seed.
Yeah.
You speak to the seed that you're bad, and you speak to
Right,
another
right,
seed.
right.
And after a while, I don't remember the testimony very precisely.
Let me quickly share
Yeah.
it. It was a Japanese scientist who did it. This is something with
you
Japan
I did
today.
it with ice and crystals.
You did it with ice and crystals?
Yes.
Tell us what happened.
Yeah, so I had two bowls in which I put water. Yeah, water in, and I let it freeze. And I would remove it and let it melt every day. And I would speak bad to one and I'd be like, you're ugly and you don't look nice. You're not going to have good formation and stuff. And the other one, I would speak like, you're going to be like, you know, those snowflakes?
Yeah.
How pretty they look. I mean, I could see it. And you look so pretty. You're going to have a nice shape, and you're going to have these very fine lines and details. And I was surprised to see what happened after the fourth day. This was just like one cracked piece of ice, like an ice cube. But the other one had formations inside, and it had, because it was a glass bowl, I could see the layers. They were about like 7. It's the same freezer, the same water, the same mineral water, the same temperature, the same bowl.
Yes.
And the same owner.
That's how powerful your words are. So if you've ever thought about your words, that's why think before you speak, because your words carry power. So even speaking to water and the formation, like if you actually took it under a microscope, you could actually see how different, how powerful that is. Yeah. So
and,
continue.
As I said, that happens. And the next thing that happens is, when you have a dream and a vision book, life becomes easy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you tune into Netflix, you know exactly what to watch.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
You don't mess around.
Yeah.
When your friends are talking few stuff, you know, okay, should I mingle with them? should I not? When you go to a bookstore, you know exactly what book to pick. Your life becomes easy because even the Bible says that this one thing I do. You can do everything. Not everything is better. You can just pick one thing because you are placed to do that one thing at its best.
Right.
So it's much better to concentrate on that. And when you add value to that, automatically you put yourself in an atmosphere, in a situation where people start getting attracted to you because vision attracts people.
Absolutely. Vision attracts people. Vision attracts provision as well. Another principle that I think maybe we can talk about next time, but is you also activate the power of imagination.
Yes.
Which is also powerful. I think we can just do episodes on
you
imagination.
You preached over it, Anna. Maybe they should.
Yeah. Again. No, we'll talk about imagination shortly, but you engage imagination. Imagination, vision, and dreams. Very, very
interconnected.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I have a testimony as well. The same phone thing.
Yes, man.
So, well, I think.
Are you an iPhone owner?
Yeah.
Good. I like you.
So, what happened was, I think when you're writing something down on your vision book or your vision board or something, I think it is very necessary for it to be backed up with the word of God.
Yes.
Right. So, I had a bunch of stuff written down. This is in my journal, okay? This is not a vision book, but I do write down the stuff that I need and stuff. So when one day pastor was preaching and one of the statements he made was, there is no limitation to God. All right? That thing just caught my heart. And I just went directly to my journal and I went, okay, I need a phone. And pastor said, okay, there should be no limit. So what's the costliest phone right now? So I just went there, I wrote whatever the phone was, and I saw that's the only thing on the list that manifested because that was backed up with the word.
Yeah, wow.
And there are other things that I want and I still haven't seen them manifest, but I think the backing up with the word here really worked. So I believe,
absolutely. Because see, this thing of a vision book also is taught outside of the church. And they talk about engaging meditation and power of nirvana and all of that. That's just, I don't know, that's going down a hole which I think is not helpful for you.
It's all self-dependent. You don't know if you're going on the right way there.
And with this,
made up.
With this you have the help of the Holy Spirit, and God is with you, and you know you can manifest this. Well, guys, it's been a great conversation, but as we were talking, I had a great thought. I think we need to do this. We're going to collaborate with you, and what if we come up with a dream book? We design a dream book, and people can order it, and that I think would be
great.
I think we should do that. So,
but
go ahead.
We should brainstorm this off
of
the show.
We'll brainstorm it off of the show, but we will have it available to you on both TKTYA.com and her website.
A scripture to base what he just said off comes from Habakkuk 2:2. It says, write the vision, make it plain. As plain as if you went and told your watchman about it, he would get it. So don't complicate things in life. Make them really plain as day. Life will be easy.
Wow, that is just gold for today. Don't make things complicated. Make them plain as day.
I have one more.
Go ahead.
One more. It's not a testimony. It's something practical that happened very recently. So since you all know I paint, so one day I was in not chaotic kind of a situation, but not very calm as well. So I wanted to, how you feel during the lockdown, you wanted to go to the ocean and sit by the beach and all of that. So I decided, let me just paint an ocean. I mean, what's stopping me? So after I painted the ocean, what I do is I paint one layer and I sit back and I think and I see what will come next. So and then I just kept doing that, and it turned out to be like one wave that was just glimmering by the sun, the water, and I just felt very peaceful. And I gave it a title and I put it up on my website and I sold it and on the Instagram page and everything. And 2 days ago, someone just came up to me and I didn't expect this. I was just normally talking, and that she said that as soon as I saw that, I felt like peace came over me. And I believe that happened because I could see peace through that. I tried and created it, of course, because God placed that in me. And I could see it and I brought it to life. And I did not speak a word to this person about this thing. It was just on social media, and that person caught the same thing. So there is power in vision and imagination and in pictures, which does not have to have a physical touch.
Absolutely.
And it's untangible.
Absolutely. I think from what you said, we'll finish with this. When you live out your dreams and when you live out your purpose and when you live out your dream, you're actually empowering others and impacting lives, whether you know it or not. People are watching you constantly, and when you are living out the dream that God has for your life, just like that, random people from anywhere in the world, especially because we're so connected on social right now, people can watch and be inspired and be impacted by just the way you live out your life. And so, don't take this lightly as, man, they're talking about dreams. No, this is powerful stuff. We're planning to bring on a guest who is probably a pro at this. On
Someone
dreams.
who's inspired me all my life.
Yeah,
I guess.
absolutely.
On dreams.
Yeah, on dreams, and she's probably we would say number one in our circle that we know of, or anywhere in the world, pretty much on dreams and visions.
Can I guess?
I'm
excited already.
So we're planning to bring her on. It'll probably be on a Zoom conversation, but we'll invite you all to that. But stay tuned for that. But we will bring out this product of bringing out
Very
a dream
soon,
book
yes.
very soon.
Yes.
I have a
Super
request.
Yes.
Can you not make it girly, please?
Can you not brainstorm ideas on the show? Okay, we're done.
But that would suit you because that hair would go with the book.
Another
Yeah,
thing,
well-
Anna, like if anyone wants anything, if they want a helping hand as to what should I
That's
take.
what I want to do
Yeah.
now. Please contact us. The number is on the screen. There's an email.
Help you with the basic stuff.
We'll help you with the basics. We'll help you figure this out. You can come and talk to us. Now we
Email us,
we can meet in person. Email us. Call us.
We are
You
here.
can just or just call ourselves the dream coaches, but talk to
No.
not yet. Tell us about your life, and we can help you at least in the first 2 steps.
You
of
know,
how-
we can also go ahead and we will probably post on our social
Yeah.
medias the first 5 steps of how to make your own vision book.
Vision
okay?
book and dream.
Yeah.
So once this is done, this will be posted on our social media. So go ahead and
Absolutely,
you know,
absolutely.
see
Well,
what you can do.
thank you so much for listening to us, and really hoping that you prayed, that you listen and you learn and you'll apply. We're recording this at about 1 a.m., so please pray for us. But really pray that this has impacted your life, and share this with others, because these are some practical things that if we as a generation can apply this in our life, man, the sky is truly the limit. So. Well,
yeah.
till next week, stay safe, stay
out.
sanitized, peace out.
Don't complicate it.
Don't complicate life. Peace out.